Next, we have an industry presentation by Mr. Afzal Khan, Senior Sales Specialist, Emerging Technologies, Red Hat India and South Asia. We welcome you, sir. And, sorry, I missed another name. And Mr. Ravi Goyal, Associate Principal Solution Architect, Red Hat India, South Asia. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, everyone. I know lunch से पहले का session है. We'll be very quick to talk about the innovation using the hybrid cloud solution. Since morning, we are talking a lot about security, but what are the solutions possible around it? How to meet those requirements? What Red Hat offers? Red Hat, very quickly, is an enterprise open source solution provider. Over to next slide, please. What is the key business ask while building any technology solution? At this moment of time, we have evolved the journey. We started using the digital technology, but these days we need speed, faster time to market, scale, and stability. First time to write solution, and obviously the security. The concept of security by design and privacy by design, how to implement those pieces in our overall solution journey from day zero. So how to implement build time security, deploy time security, and runtime security, how to build that. So what is the platform possible? There are multiple solutions possible in the market, but Red Hat offers, over to the next slide, a solution which can help you to run your legacy application, your modern application, and the next-gen applications like AI ML. And this is a common layer which is called container orchestration layer. You must have heard this name multiple times. How we are different in that is that Red Hat offer the Red Hat OpenShift, which can deploy it over bare metal server, physical server, data center, on-premise, public cloud, private cloud, wherever you want to be, and seamless access your applications. And definitely, it helps you to give the complete security end-to-end. When I say end-to-end, from OS to application, how to use the security inherently, how to implement your DevSecOps with this. Complete pipeline building exercise can be done using the OpenShift itself. Typical difference between the Kubernetes engines versus OpenShift. OpenShift provide the critical component which is essential for any enterprise building development like CI/CD, security, RBAC, container registry, storage solution around it, how to do a networking around it. The OpenShift helps you to do that activity. It helps you to run any kind of workload. It could be the Windows-based workload, it could be virtualized workload, it could be any workload which you can run smartly. Obviously, very quickly, you can update and upgrade. Typically, what we have seen in any environment, update and upgrade always take a longer time and difficult to update it because it requires a lot of downtime. How to minimize, make it zero. These days, we are talking about the RPO 0, RPO very few minutes, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And that was the construct which has started coming into the programs. How to implement such kind of a solution? OpenShift is the way to build such kind of a solution. We have done it multiple places. We could have a further conversation around it. Very quickly, Red Hat technology, using the Red Hat OpenShift, gives you the speed, faster time to market, provide the scale, provide the stability, provide the security, end-to-end security. It helps to meet the compliances, which is very specific to industry-specific compliances, the agility, and the portability, which as I told you initially, it helps you to move your application from public cloud to private cloud, how to build your own public cloud, how to build the application into the edge location, on-premise location. You are using majorly MPAC, DC, or on data center, how you can build and implement multiple application, multiple department application, manage it smartly, how to auto-scale, how to scale down, how to scale up, everything you can do it very seamlessly. And on top of that, it's completely open. Follow the open standard, completely open source. Security, yes, security play a vital role and security comes in a very different layer. Container security is one of the critical aspects. You have to do end-to-end. Network security, uh, OS level security, and platform level security, where you are building your application, deploying your application, and running your application. That platform provide you end-to-end security, which you are looking for in the modern one of applications. Can this security will be used in your legacy application? Answer is yes. Most of the features you can leverage and extend it there. Uh, we are the leader globally. We are in this container journey more than a decade. This is the old data of 2021. Almost more than 50% of the global deployment of the Kubernetes is on OpenShift. We have seen the benefit out of it. If you can see on the left-hand side, the benefit which industry has got it, reduce the infrastructure, their return of investment has improved. Obviously, the security has been enhanced. With this, we are also leader in the Gartner and the Forrester since long, and this is the recent report of 2023. We are again the leader in that report as well. Very quickly passing to the Afzal to talk on the security aspects.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, Ravi. That was insightful talk. I'm not going to take much time for sure. So Ravi has spoken about security, right? Multifacets of the security and multiple dimensions that we can have on the security ecosystem of your containerized application delivery, which is secure in nature, right? So have you wondered, right, in the last 3 years, or I would rather say, 2 to 3 years time frame, the attacks or the attack vectors have increased, right? And the supply chain attacks of your software is multi-foldedly increased to 7x, right? So that's a report which has been generated by the IBM Security, and this data breaches are close to around 20% around your software supply chain. So when I say software supply chain, it's not just how you deploy your software, how you procure your software. It's about how you build your software. At the time of building the software, what security measures you are actually embedding onto the software. Now, that's the build part of it, right? Nobody thinks about it. No developer thinks about it. But the next age or the fact comes in when you deploy or deliver that particular piece of software to your data center. The third main and most important facet is monitoring. Your SOC comes into the picture. When I say the monitoring, right, you need to identify what all vulnerabilities coming into the market at this point of time on the web. Okay, then the collaboration between the DevOps and the security teams have increased to more than 80%. This is our old data again, but it has increased more than 80% at this point of time. And most of the enterprises, and we are lucky enough that MP is also, one of our state who has adopted open source to a very, very wider stage. Most of the enterprises now are talking about enterprise open source, with the government of India promoting on the open source technologies. So security is, yes, obviously the most important facet of any placement of your business application. Now, how do we do that, right? One is we give it on the platform. Second, what and the ways where your people, process, technology comes into the picture. All these three main areas. So what we do is we provide you with the trusted content, right? Which is actually the left part of it, where you have the attested content or the curated content from Red Hat. We actually provide it from our secured registry. Then this content would be leveraged on the code level, and then further we have the trusted pipeline where you have your code sitting to be deployed, to be tested, and it is built with the artifacts, what are the artifacts you're going to use, and at the last, the risk monitoring, the governance monitoring, the compliance monitoring part of it, right? All that monitor, and the continuous loop of the feedback is being taken care of. And the one most important thing is we are not limiting it to any platform, any deployment mechanism. We are saying we are agnostic to any deployment method that you actually decide in your application delivery. So we call it as trusted software supply chain. This is the recent announcement we have made in our summit, which happened in Boston back in May or June 2023. So trusted software supply chain is not just a possibility, it's a reality, right? So you can have the coding done at a trusted content level. Now, the overall portfolio of what Red Hat actually have, and this everything is having one important aspect of security is the advanced cluster security for the Kubernetes, right? We are not just a Linux company. We have evolved a lot, right? The upper part, what you see on the greens, is basically the application development, the AI engines. Now, you must be wondering what Red Hat is doing in the AI, right? We do have our AI engines which actually helps any data scientist to build their models, to train their models consistently, delivering what is required out of any analytics in an AI way, obviously. And then we have OpenShift as the core, which Ravi have spoken about, and we are agnostic to any platform. So the bottom layer is where we have the infra part of it majorly. And the right hand side is the monitoring and management of our entire portfolio stack, wherein we have Ansible as our core platform for automation. So when I say it is around development, second is around architecture, which is my infra and how I deliver my application. And third is the operations part of it. So as Red Hat say, open hybrid cloud is not a possibility again, it's a reality. So we do it, yes. And the last is what we have done for Government of India, how Government of India is embracing Red Hat's open source, enterprise open source technologies in various nation building projects. So what are the citizen-centric services that actually are being fueled by Red Hat? So you talk about one nation, one tax. Yes, it is Red Hat who actually is the core solution provider in one nation, one tax. You talk about national data centers. We do have offerings from national data centers. So NIC has got a very large deployment of Red Hat containers and other technologies. Then we have citizen services which are fueled by Red Hat technologies, enterprise open source. You talk about ESIC, you talk about EPFO, you talk about postal services, Indian Post Payment Bank, yes. And the Skill India Portal 2.0 is actually building on top of Red Hat stack, which is Red Hat OpenShift, others. And eventually, when I talk about state data centers, yes, we do have state data centers consuming our technologies at a very larger scale. So thank you, MP, for being one of such prominent user for us. So I want to call out railways. Railways is basically the passenger reservation systems. Your Chris Cloud is built on top of Red Hat technologies. So we do a lot in private and public sector. That's all from my side, and I don't want to come in between your lunch and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Afzal Khan and Mr. Ravi Goyal, for an interesting presentation. With this, I would like to call on stage Dr. Sriram Biruduvulu, CEO, Cybersecurity Center of Excellence, Data Security Council of India, to come on the stage and kindly present this small token of appreciation to Mr. Afzal Khan and Mr. Ravi Goyal.